Hey friends, today I am by the lake on a walk with my doggy. She's gonna be there somewhere in the field of view. She's an elder doggy and has some movement issues, but she's medicated. We adopted her from a shelter, so if she walks a bit funny, she's comfortable with it. She has some painkillers, and the doctors are looking into it. We're trying to help her out as much as we can, but she loves walks, so you're gonna see more of her, I'm sure. The lake is also quite pretty today, and I want to talk to you about, while I pace around, about a subject that's really close to me, which is MinUI and play your goddamn games. What do I mean and what am I going to talk about? I want to talk about why I use MinUI, what is MinUI, and how I use it too, and on what devices, etc. It's not just about emulators, it's about reducing friction and getting back to actually playing games. In this dopamine fixated world with TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Reddit, Facebook, Instagram, everything is trying to grab your attention, and I kind of feel like I got dopamine fried at some point as well, where I was more focused on getting my quick fix than actually enjoying my hobbies. And gaming is one of my hobbies, and I tried to solve it, and one of the solutions I came up with or tried was MinUI. As you guys know, I'm a fan of the retro handheld. This is Anbernic RG34XX, and I only have one hand, of course, because I didn't invest into a microphone, and I did not invest into any way to hold my phone while I record, but it's running MinUI. MinUI is effectively a front end, an application, an emulation front end, I should say. An emulation front end is just an application that wraps around emulators, lets you put games, review your library, load save states, change configuration options, etc. It's extremely minimalistic. If you wait for a second, I'm gonna show you how the menu actually looks like. And truth be told, that's it. That's how it looks like. I barely ever see this UI, this menu. And I'm gonna get to why. Well, I barely get to see it because MinUI by default is set up to load your last game from the point where you last played it when you turned off your device. So how this works is every single time I boot my device when I was in game, the same game loads. So I'm skipping the entirety of the front end itself. I just get straight to the game. Why is this important to me? Because every single day, just like you, a lot of applications and a lot of fun dopamine is trying to get into my brain, and I want to selectively pick and choose, and I want to choose gaming to be my source of fun, not cheap or easy to grab TikTok or YouTube Shorts. So the less friction I have playing my games, booting my games, setting up my games, the more I simply play. Right, doggy? Yeah. And MinUI gets you straight to the game. No bullshit, no saving, no shortcuts. It also lets you shut off your device or just click on the button, put it in your pocket. It's gonna save the state and shut off the device after the sleep time is over, which is like 5 minutes or 2, I don't remember. It's kind of irrelevant. MinUI also boots extremely fast. It's probably the fastest booting OS on my Anbernic devices, all of them. It probably takes around 8 to 9 seconds to get me to the game, which is crazy. Hey dog, you should really want some hacks today. Such a lovely pup. She's amazing. You should get a dog if you don't have one and you live in a place where the dog can be comfortable and you have money for it, of course. Either way, that's what MinUI is and why I use it. I try to get as much gaming with as little friction as possible, and why I don't use other solutions is because they run RetroArch. And as you guys know from my previous PSP related videos, I have a strong dislike towards RetroArch. I believe that this front end, even though revolutionary, is convoluted. Moreover, it gives you a ton of options, which is great for geeks like me and you. We want to spend our time just setting up shaders and overlays and filters rather than playing games. I don't want that. I don't want that anymore. I think the retro games look exactly fine as they are. I just want to play them. And RetroArch, moreover, wastes your time a lot. The configuration settings are not natural. Structure of menu is not natural. Auto-saving configuration is not natural. MinUI gives you the minimal options for a given emulator, some options to how you display the video, and that's it. And I enjoy that. I love that a lot. There are other alternatives that kind of fit the same bill. This mindset, I could say. One of those is OnionOS for Miyoo devices. Now Miyoo Flip Mini, or whatever it's called actually, I just think it's Miyoo Mini Flip, released. There is a lot of boom around Miyoo devices again. Miyoo Mini V4, V2, and Miyoo Mini Plus, and now Flip, the small Flip. They support an OS called OnionOS. And OnionOS has been built on top of RetroArch. However, its ideology is very similar to MinUI in a way that it tries to get you back into the game as soon as you boot the device by default. It tries to convince you to not go into RetroArch settings. It ships with amazing defaults for shaders, for overlays, for emulation settings, for color palettes. It does everything it can so you don't have to configure it. Moreover, if you need to configure it, it tries to provide you with an UI that doesn't make you go into RetroArch. So essentially, it's a true front end in its meaning that it tries to obfuscate that it's actually just RetroArch and a skin on top of it. So that's one alternative that I highly recommend, though it can still get you into this configuration and not actually playing games loop. You have to watch out for it. There is an OS for a PC actually, because it's on Steam Deck. It's called SteamOS, which has an extremely similar ideology to OnionOS or MinUI even in a way, maybe more to OnionOS. SteamOS on Steam Deck is just a Linux system. It's just an OS that was actually there for years, modified by Valve in a way that makes you feel it's an actual console. How I feel about SteamOS and why I spent most of my AAA or AA gaming time on it rather than on my PC is you really have to want to go into the OS. It also, unironically, has the same approach to getting you back into the game as soon as possible. You boot your Steam Deck and you get back into the game. You don't have to log in, sign in, type your password in on a virtual keyboard. It's frictionless, and that's amazing. Getting into any kind of settings, it's a chore on SteamOS. You have to hold the Steam button or the options button. You have to navigate the menu. The menu is also very minimal, I have to say, for a PC handheld. They rock. The user experience is fantastic. But it has the same ideology. How I use SteamOS is very similar to how I use MinUI. I choose a game, I boot it, and I play it until I'm done. I never exit out of the game unless I'm bored with it or I'm done playing it, like finish the game. There's one additional step I tend to do because I travel quite a bit for work, for fun, towards my friends, with my doggy, which is I play around the power modes, the wattage, the TDP of the CPU. And I do that so I can actually play for like 5 hours. Last time around I had 5 hours and a half of playing Hollow Knight on a train when I was going to my friends to visit them. And that's effectively what I do. I choose the game, I run it, I never turn it off. Whenever I shut down my device, SteamOS just takes a snapshots of the RAM or whatever it does. I actually think it's just sleep mode, which doesn't do that. But anyways, it takes a snapshot, puts your device into sleep. The next time you turn it on, it's exactly where you left it. So you never have to fight with the OS. Once you are in the game, you are just playing the game. The OS is irrelevant. And MinUI and OnionOS is very much the same. It's a similar ideology. So MinUI, it's not just a front end. It's not just a highly restricted way of playing retro games. It's a software solution that makes you play them. If you are struggling with finding time or motivation to pick up your device and play a game, instead you are reaching towards your phone, to TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, try MinUI. Try simple operating systems. Try Frog UI, which is highly inspired from the PSP by the MinUI. It was my main source of inspiration. Try SteamOS if you are on a Windows device. There are ways of running it, or the UI itself. You will be surprised how much it's gonna actually make you play the games. Make it seamless, make it frictionless, and you will be gaming. And that's it for me. I hope that next time around, now that you know how I use my devices, I can talk a bit more about what's more into this ideology, because I finish games not in a backlog masochist way, but I have ways to motivate myself to play games too, which I'm happy to share. Just let me know. And in the meantime, we are going for a coffee because it's extremely cold today. It's close to 0. Winter is coming. So yeah, say bye to the doggy. Leave us a like, maybe a comment if you agree, if you disagree, if you wanna try it out. Visit MinUI. It's super easy to install and it's gonna get you playing. I promise you that. And see you. Bye bye. Say bye, doggy. Say bye.